I hope I don't mess up the eye look with this. Welcome to those who are new and welcome back to those who are regular over here. First of all, before we get started on this look, don't be part of the 80% of the people who come and watch my videos and aren't subscribed. I know, YouTube tells me all of this stuff. Don't think you ain't slick. Well, don't think you are slick. Okay? I see you. Make sure to like if you already like this look. If you like my personality. Okay. And then, yeah, let's get started on this. Today I used the Fenty Beauty Eyeliners in the Baywatch Trio. Oh, this would be a cute... Yeah, that would be a cute little thumbnail. I tried to do a full face of Fenty, but I don't have a full face of Fenty products. So I try to use everything Fenty that I have. And other stuff just had to be substituted, okay? But you can still see that Fenty helped with this face, okay? And this is the Fenty face, honey. Period. Now let's get to this. You already know this is my favorite product ever. And I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer. And I always just like to, I sometimes like to put it on my fingers. Warm up the product as is. And then I'll just go in. I'm just gonna go in any more around this area. Just gonna move that into my skin. And make sure you get your neck, guys. Do not forget your neck. Period. So now I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I know I wanted to do a full face, but I cannot do a full face of Fenty without the D-Slick primer. This is holy grail. This is so good just because it really mats out my entire skin. So what I'll do, and you honestly don't need a lot of product, I'll just go ahead and grab like a dim side and I'll put it in the back of my hand just to warm up the product. And I would rub it in until you see it starting to dry off and it's gonna become very tacky. So after that, I then just apply it onto my skin, only onto the areas that I want matted out. So I always just drag it into the back of my hairline just cause all along my forehead it does get very oily. I'm gonna go in with the Precisely My Brow Pencil in color gray by Benefit Cosmetics. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this off camera just cause it's the same routine as always. I'm just gonna do like a very natural look, you know, for the summertime. I'm gonna go in with the MAC Paint Pot in Layin Low, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that all across my eyelid. And what I like to do is just pretty much like to just drag it out while I'm patting it in. I'm gonna go in with the Nubian by Juvias Place. Bomb, my favorite. I'm just gonna go in with my Morphe E27 brush. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right over here, and I'm applying this to the outer end of my eyes. And I'm just working it in circular motions at first, and then I'm dragging it out because I want most of the products to be on the outer end of the eye. And what I like to do is I like to bring it up and then drag it out into my eyebrows. Another thing with my transition shade, I always like to bring it into my nose just because that'll be perfect for when I'm connecting my contour on my nose into my shadow. I'm going into the Katy and Desi collaboration with Dose of Colors palette. I'm going in with Churro. This is like my second favorite shade of color besides Dirty Money. This one looks really nice on the eye, and this blue, oh my god, look at this. This blue is literally everything. But for right now, I'm just going in with Churro, and I'm just gonna start adding more depth into my crease. And now, at first, what we did was bring the shadow into the eyebrow. Now we're just gonna go all along our natural eyelid. Oh my god. My friend just texted me her computers at her job are down, so you know this phone's about to go off now. Yeah, see, she just texted me, y'all know what time it is. No. I'm going back into the Complexion palette, and I'm going in with this like really light pink shade up here. And I'm just gonna grab just a little bit, and I'm just gonna add it onto my lid. It's not gonna do much just because it's so light, but it's just to start setting the face. And I'm not gonna do a harsh cut crease, so I'm not adding any concealer. Okay, now that I cut the crease, I'm going in with this shade. It's called Basic. It's a very light pink, and I'm just gonna grab just a tiny bit, and I'm just gonna start packing that onto my eye. And while I'm doing so, I'm just gonna go along the edges, and I am just gonna start blending them out on the concealer. I am gonna go in with shade Unbothered in the Shayla and Colourpop collaboration. This one's like a very pearl color, and I'm just gonna start applying that in my inner corner. And I've never really been a fan of like a sharp cut crease, so that's why I always like to blend it out while I'm setting it. And I'm gonna go in, I'm dipping into both Diva and TF. What does TF stand for? Okay, well, I don't know. But I'm gonna go in with both shades, Diva and TF, just a little bit. And I'm just gonna pack that onto the outer end. I always like to add a dark bolder shade towards the ends just because it's a very nice transition shade from the whatever it may be. It may be black or a dark brown into the light color that you're adding into it towards the front of the eye. So now that I applied that, I'm gonna go back in to the Foundation palette and I am going in with the same shade Churro, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more. I'm just gonna add it towards the end, make sure that it's blended into the shimmer shade. Okay, I'm gonna just grab just a small tape and I'm gonna add that to my eye, and I like to connect it, and I like to start it from the bottom of my eye, just as this. Okay, making sure that it's going into the bottom of my eye. Now that I applied the tape onto both eyes, I'm going in with the Vivid Liquid Liners from Fenty Beauty. I'm gonna first go ahead and start with the green shade. It's called Jalapeno. This one is so freaking good. And what I like to do is I don't like to start with the outer first. I always like to go from the front and drag it out. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do the other eye. Okay, this eye I'm gonna have to do off camera so I just had to go back in and I just quickly filled in a couple spots. Now that this shade is done, I'm gonna go in and I'm going with the blue shade, which is called Hot Tub Club. Woo! This shade, I'm just gonna go and apply it. I hope I don't mess up the eye look with this. So for when times like this happen and you literally just messed up your entire eye look, what I like to do is you're definitely gonna need a makeup wipe, and I'm just gonna start removing this thing. Okay, and I like to make sure you apply the pressure onto the spot so that it can come off quickly. And I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that up. Now I'm gonna go back in with my MAC paint pot and I'm just lightly gonna apply it there. So now I'm going in with my Fenty foundation and I am shade 300, and I'm just gonna start dabbing that onto my skin. So now I'm going in with my Marc Jacobs Remarkable Concealer in shade Fresh, and I'm just gonna apply that. It's very similar to my skin tone, which is why I like it, because for an everyday look, this will be perfect. Oh god, I can't speak and talk.
I said what I said!
Now that I blended all of that out, I'm gonna do a little different technique with my sculpting. I always switch it up, no matter what. So lately I've been doing like a Scott Barnes inspired sculpting techniques. But today I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in shade Mocha, and I'm just gonna start rubbing that on the back of my hand. I like this one because it's very, very cool tone, as you can tell. And I always like to add it just to the back of my hand and then pick it up with my brush. Time out! I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna add a little bit, and I'm going in with the shade Havana. So I'm just gonna apply this and then I'm gonna add the matchstick on top of all of this. Lately, besides Billie Eilish, I've been singing a lot. I've been listening to a lot of French hip-hop music, and it's actually so freaking good. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've been actually getting the hang of it, and I've been figuring out a couple words, you know? I'm not gonna say it here on camera because I'm not trying to embarrass myself, but it's actually it's really good. French hip-hop is actually really good, and if you know any artists that you listen to, comment down in the section below. I know a lot of my friends are gonna be like, what the hell? But it's really good. Lately I've been listening to Oh Boy. I got it from one of the influencers that I follow on Instagram. They posted him, so I took a listen to it, and it's actually really good. It's called Juvias or something like that. Girl, don't come for me, okay? I don't know French. Parlez-vous français? Tell my hey. Ooh, girl, you didn't expect that one, huh? I've been learning some French, okay? Megan Thee Stallion, period. She's coming through with the bilingual bars. With the Fenty Beauty setting powder, I only like to use it on my cheek and my forehead as well as my chin. Well, actually, I'm going to skip out on my chin today. I want just a little bit more of a matte chin, but I am going to add it down the bridge of my nose. Just a little bit, not that much. For my under eyes, I like to make sure it's seeping into my skin and not just sitting there. When doing your under eye, you want to make sure that you're not letting the powder just sit on top of your face, because it doesn't show as much texture as you normally would when you just let it sit on top of your skin. But the powder is seeping into the foundation and blending in. And now I'm gonna go into my contour kit, my Anastasia contour kit, and I'm gonna go ahead and use both shades at the bottom. And now I'm gonna go in with the Fenty bronzer, and I'm just gonna start giving some life back into it. And I'm not gonna go hard with this one. I'm not gonna go OD. It's just very natural, very light. Also, one trick that I always like to do is I like to go in with like a brush like this with a very dense end. And this is from the Morphe Rose Gold collection. I like to just dip into my bronzer. And I'm using Bajan Gyal. And I just like to go along the edges just to add a little more bronziness to my skin. And I like to just go along my cheek. Well, I like to go in along where I contoured, right over here on the side. Perfect. I'm going in with the blush, and I'm going in with the Saharan blush volume 2. I'm using this brush from the Morphe Rose Gold collection. I always like to dip between Tao and Lena, which is these two right over here. I like to use these two blushes. I've always had the Anastasia Amrezy collaboration for the highlight. Look at this. Oh, you can see me. Well, now you can see me in the screen. It's so strong. I always used to get nervous. Like, I didn't know how to apply it properly. So with this, what I've learned is that you can go ahead and use the Fenty highlighter brush to go ahead and dip that. And I'm just gonna go in, and I'm going in with Chasing the Sun. The Anastasia one is it's a lot like a white pearly highlight, while the Chasing the Sun by Desi and Katy is more of like a bronzing highlight. It's honestly the best. For when I'm contouring my nose, I always like to grab a angled brush, such as, just because I will go in with the tip and I will dip into a cool, you can even do like a cool sculpting shade or even a cool bronzer. And I just like to run along the sides of my nose. Now mind you, I don't even got nowhere to go today. Guys, the back of my neck. So lately I've been trying to go to the gym like a lot, you know, more throughout the day, trying to incorporate it more into my lifestyle, just more than at least twice a week. So I recently went. Well, I recently been going. I went like 5 times last week, and that doesn't include the amount of times that I've gone for a 5K run. Now, I started doing shoulders the other day, and I was doing this one workout, and it was like, it was a little challenging, I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, nah, I gotta push myself. And when I'm at the gym, I'm someone who likes to push myself as much as I possibly can. Just cause I kept pushing myself, and I was like, don't give up, keep going. And I finished it. I was able to do the workout completely and everything. So I was like, alright, that was a good workout, you know. The next day, I woke up and I had sprained, well, I think I pulled a muscle, honestly. The back, I had like this huge ass knot in the back of my head. Like, it's a bump right now. It's a bump and it hurts so badly. Like, I think I need a neck brace. God, this shit hurts. So I have not gone to the gym great because I wanted to go. I haven't gone to the gym in like 2 days because I wanted to go off. Like, that's what I got, honestly. I still don't know how I feel about lipsticks just yet. Like, I've been getting more into them, but I don't know how I feel about it. So now that I've set my face, I'm going in with my roller lash mascara. Don't judge me. I have the mini. Oh my god, it's just not my day. Look at this. Guys, I'm really glad that this is all happening in this video because I'm going to show everyone how to clean up messes like this. So now, back with the same makeup wipe that you used earlier for your eyelid. I don't like to keep using them because I don't want it to be super wet and then just like smudge up all my makeup. I'm just going to quickly clean this off. Just the one area that you just where you apply the thing. And as you can see, I just took off my highlight, so at least remember that you took off your highlight. So I'm gonna go back in with the MAC paint pot, and I'm gonna apply that in this section over here. The MAC paint pot is everything, guys. Like, if you don't use it for your eyelids, you can definitely use it for under eyes. You can definitely use it to conceal. That is honestly best product you can ever buy. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go in and blend that out. And as you can still see, I still have some harsh lines. So to clean that up, I'm gonna go ahead and set it with some powder. So with the brush that I've been using to bronze up my skin, I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe that off. And I'm gonna go in and add highlight all over again. Okay, it looks a lot better. It looks more like nothing happened. Okay. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and finish everything off. I'm just gonna go change into a shirt or whatever. And I'll be right back, okay? Okay, so I quickly just changed into a t-shirt. I'm probably not doing nothing today. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you definitely made it out this far, definitely don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, this is honestly what I did one day in the summertime, and it was like completely perfect. Just cause the green eyeliner just like gives you the summer beach vibes. Especially with the blue, like these are definitely my go-to this summer. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Did you like it? Did you not like the final look? What would you do differently? What would you do with these? I definitely want to try them out and do more different types of looks with these to see like what I can come up with and like what I can do with these. Just cause these are a look, period. And I know this one's a lot shorter than this one, but that's fine. That's makeup, you know? It's just to have fun, and at the end of the day, I can wash this off. I'm a 10 on a regular, but with this, girl, I just bumped it up like 2 numbers, so I was like a 12.